I finally hit publish.
If a project falls apart the moment you pause, it's probably not something you can do long term. So I got sick, came back, and I published my first book. This week, I finally feel like myself again. I was sick for almost 2 full weeks with the flu. So this week wasn't about pushing forward fast. It was just about coming back. One thing being sick made it very clear. When I had to stop completely, I realized something. If a project falls apart the moment you pause, it's probably not something you can do long term. So when I feel better, I didn't rush to start a new thing. I just focused on finishing what I've already started. I have biggest update this week for you guys. My first paperback book is officially published on Amazon. That moment wasn't super emotional for me. It was more like, oh, so this is how the whole process looked like. But it matters because this is the first time my idea turned into a real project, a real product that actually exists. Here's my honest take. I want to say this clearly. Publishing at Amazon is actually not hard. The hardest part is the first time because you don't know what matters yet. For me, the main adjustments were, first, choosing the right keyword for children's book and making sure the category matches the child's age range, and also fixing cover quality and layout requirements. I had to reverse a few times, but the feedback was always clear. So once you go through it once, the process makes a lot more sense. The first version doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be published. This book isn't going to be the final version, but now I know how to go from 0 to 1. That changes everything from what comes next. Who is here? Yeah, Mama is recording a video. Yes. Yeah, as my energy came back, I slowly returned to normal rhythm. So not rushing, just a steady process. Not rushing, just a steady progress. Yeah, my kid is here. got distracted a little bit. So another thing I did this week, I wrote a new children's story this week. Actually, the story I've already have the storyline long time ago. I just doesn't have time to put it together because I was sick for 2 weeks. So finally this week I came back and write down the text. And next week I will turn this story into a kid story with all the pictures, everything. Anyway, another thing I did is I also started preparing my second book. This time feels very different. I'm no longer asking, can this be published? Now I'm asking, is this text smooth? Are the illustrations consistent? Is the layout comfortable to read? So the first book taught me the process. And then the second one is about making it better. I'm also continuing to rebuild my website. Before, it was just a static page listing in-person story time events. Now that I want to host story videos, audio, and also learning materials, so a static site isn't enough for me. And this week, I started building the backend, adding a database, connecting front end and back end. Front end stays on Netlify just because I have been using the Netlify before and I love it, so I just continue to use it. My backend and the database are going to be on Railway. Simple, stable, and enough for this stage. When the back end started working, I felt surprisingly calm because this means the project is no longer scattered. It finally has a home. And to celebrate publishing my first book, I took my kids to Disney on Ice.
Wait, let's take a look at the live footage.
I was more excited than they were. For a kid under 3, the princess wasn't the highlight. The most exciting moment for him was the cleaning truck during an intermission. At first, he wouldn't even enter the area because it was dark inside. At first, he wasn't want to entering the area because it was dark inside. So a few police officers helped talk him in. So luckily, I brought a lot of snacks. He wasn't super interested in the show, but he ate happily for 2 hours. And at that moment, I felt very real to me. I'm building something slow. I was raising kids. Nothing is perfect, but it's real and it's moving forward. All right. What's next? My next week, I will turn the new story into a picture book and finalize the second book and also continue improving the website. I'll update it with you next week. And if you also are parents and want to do something while raising kids and keep me you are welcome to follow along, and I will take 1 week at a time. And then see you. Bye bye.